Kevin Feige responds to Shang-Chi Backlash. That's right. So, I don't know if you guys have been keeping tabs on this. I know, I always forget to turn that off. I know there was a little bit of backlash when, well, there's a couple little things here. It's really dumb because, well, I mean, you knew there was going to be backlash no matter what, because no matter, it's just this is the hardest thing when it comes to, like, especially when it comes to the big movies. And then when we're going to have a movie that's going to be, okay, we're going to show some, we're going to go into a hero that we're going to have multiple, of course, Asian characters. We're going to show off the culture and everything. So, but of course, in this society, any misstep, it's just going to get blown up. And then I'm sure Kevin Feige was, when Black Panther came out, and there was things that he had to say with that. When it came to this, now it's even worse because we're years later, and the woke culture, I guess you could say, the cancel culture is really they're just waiting. They're just waiting for anything. They're like reading everything bit by bit and like, wait, was that racist? Oh, I think that was, So, first off, what happened, I think it was like a week ago, was like, they were talking about how they mentioned how, I think it was who's the well, let's see here, let me bring it up right now. It was Marvel head, let's see, no, not that, let's see, Bob Chapek, when he was when they were talking about, let's see, when Marvel Studios boss, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, when the CEO was talking about, when he was doing the investor call and he was talking about Shang-Chi and Free Guy, apparently he talked about how that's going to be an interesting experiment for us, as the film only has a 45-day theatrical window. So he called it an experiment, and then, of course, people went kind of buck wild, kind of went a little crazy about that. So the whole thing about calling this an experiment, yeah, I guess that didn't sit well for a lot of people, which is kind of like, okay, well, wait a minute. There's been a lot of experiments when it came to a lot of this. Like, I think Guardians of the Galaxy was kind of considered an experiment. Ant-Man also. And then, of course, the experiment of the 45-day window thing. I don't know. I think that's what he kind of meant. But, of course, it took on a life of its own. And then, of course, even like you're spotted on Twitter. Yeah, Liu. He, the film's star, he actually went on Twitter and said, "We are not an experiment. We are not the underdog, the underestimated. We are the ceiling breakers. We are the celebration of culture and joy, and will preserve after an battle year. We are the surprise. I'm fired the fuck up to make history on September 3rd. Join us," which is good. Yes, I like his energy. I like his energy, but again, I don't really think that they were going for that kind of stuff, Iger, yeah, no longer Iger right there. Turned it the main character. But then we have Kevin Feige response to the Fu Manchu, the Fu Manchu backlash right here. Because apparently, Kevin Feige says right here, response to this is now, we're talking about China. We're going to be talking about China, of course. Every time when we talk about China, I gotta mention it, even though nobody even people still try to put things on me. What are you doing? What's Biden doing? Look at what he did. It's a pure shit show over there. Anyways, there you go. But yeah, he responds to China's backlash, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, particularly in regards to the perceived inclusion of Fu Manchu. So, yeah, this is now Feige is kind of like doing this. He said, "Fu Manchu is not a character we own or would ever want to own. It was changed in the comics many, 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 many years ago. We never had an intention of having him in the film. Definitely, Fu Manchu is not in this movie, is not Shang-Chi's father, and again, is not even a Marvel character and hasn't been for decades." So, geez, instead of Fu Manchu, Shang-Chi's father in the movie is Wen Wu, or the MCU's actual Mandarin. So, there you go. But yeah, I tell you what, Feige is just like, come on, just give me a break. That's what sucks too, is like, let's just get the movie out there. And then I worry too, like, oh, if the movie ends up not being a success, is there gonna be blame on things? And they're gonna blame They're gonna blame it because of people and I don't know. It's just why don't you use TikTok? Why TikTok? Nah, I know. Because of China. That's right. They're looking at that stuff and they're taking all our privacy. That's right. Well, I'm not gonna use TikTok. I could use TikTok and I blow up on TikTok like crazy. But yeah, I don't want China peeking in. I want to be private. That's right. Take a drink of water. I've tried to use TikTok, but it just, I don't know. It just, I haven't quite figured out how I approach TikTok. So, yeah, you got me on that one. He's legend now? Yeah. I don't know. People are just triggered too easily. So, they're going to try to find something more on this. You better believe they are. They're definitely going to try to find more on anything than when it comes to this movie. Just like, just let the movie come out. Yeah. And then they'll somehow blame Snyder fans.